Okay, what we wanted to do today is to do a video that will kind of explain the importance and the benefits of using styles while you were typing your paper. Um, each of the individual styles that you might use, such as one that I call paper styles, and the different level headings, such as level 1, 2, and 3, that's discussed in the APA manual, as well as one that you might use for running head and the reference page and things like that, will all be discussed in later videos, as one video that covers all of this would just simply be too much. So the good thing about using styles is that once that you have created the styles and you open your computer, or if you open a document in another computer from where the document has been saved on your flash drive, then every time you open this document, your style settings will automatically be uploaded onto that computer. And so the benefit is, obviously, is once you go through the trouble of setting your styles, then they'll always be available regardless of which computer that you work on. Now, I will tell you that you may see a problem if you go from different versions of Word. If you go from 2003 to 2010 and try to go back to 2003 and then flip-flop back and forth between the different versions, sometimes you'll see these styles corrupted. So it's best to try to stay on the same version, even though there's less possibility of corruption going back and forth between 2007 and 2010. But certainly going from 3 to 10 back to 3 has shown to be some problems. Now, if you refer to an APA manual, you'll find that a paper is supposed to be typed in the Times New Roman 12 font, and double spaced between each of the lines, and the first line of each paragraph should be indented. And there's several ways to double space, and then there's also different ways that you can indent a paragraph. But if you use the style setting correctly, then these different problems of using the computer as an expensive typewriter are soon you'll go by the wayside. In other words, instead of using the computer as an expensive typewriter, you begin using it as the powerful tool that it's designed to be. Now then, as you can see by the sample that I have on the screen now, this paper looks like it's doing pretty good. It's you have double space, the paragraphs are indented, but if you turn on the Show Hide feature, which is right here, we click on the Show Hide, that you can see from the beginning that the title is not centered. It's actually moved over to what the author thinks is centered, and they probably got that pretty close. The paragraphs are indented, but in one paragraph they are using space bar to move over the paragraph, and the next paragraph down they are using the tab, and they use the tab one time. But on closer examination, that you can see that this paragraph, which is the second paragraph, is not indented the same distance as the first paragraph. Now that in itself is a minimal problem. It does take away from the professionalism of the look of the paper. But the real problem comes down to is that when you start using things like spacing and tabs, and certainly when you start double spacing your paper by leaving it on the single space and forcing an extra return between the paragraphs, is that when you start to add something into your paper, so let's just say distinguish through the use of, and we could just continue on with our thought, is if you can see that the formatting changes drastically, making it difficult to go back to make any corrections or add anything into your paper later on. And quite honestly, what may happen is that the author just sees that it's not worth the effort to add something back into the paper, and leaves the paper really not as good as it could be. But also, if we can go down here, you can see that the third paragraph, since the author is having to physically put these the indentation into the paper, is that on the third paragraph this person just simply forgot to indent the paragraph, and so therefore it certainly takes away from the paper. So don't use the paper, don't use the computer as an expensive typewriter, but rather as a powerful tool that it was designed to. And the really good thing about this is that it only takes a short period of time to set these styles up, and they can make your life so much easier. So the settings of your computer only takes a few minutes, as I said. So what we're going to do is that we're going to close this introduction out, and we're going to open another session that we're going to start building some of the styles. Some of the styles that we're going to do is one that you would use. You click on it, it would say paper, and it would automatically double space, indent, and do all the things that you want it to do. And we're also going to talk about the different level of the headings. So we'll see you on the next video that we'll talk specifically about some of the styles.